If you want to start a new business, quit your job, help more people, and have more fun in 2021, you are in the right place. Let's plan your ultimate comeback, shall we? Keep watching to learn 5 simple mindset shifts that literally changed my life. All right, now I'm just gonna come right out and say it. 2020 sucked. I mean, what the hell happened? Remember all of those social media posts this time last year, everyone waving goodbye to an old decade and rejoicing at the idea of a brand new decade ahead? New decade, new me? Not. Yeah, those posts are all pretty laughable right now, and if only we knew what 2020 had in store for us. So normally during a video like this one, I'd get all sentimental and inspirational with you guys, motivate you with some of my own personal wins, and then give you a loving kick in the rear to kickstart your new year ahead. But this year, I'm skipping all that inspirational BS because we've all had enough of that by now anyway. So change out of those damn sweatpants, stop the endless doom scrolling on Instagram, and pay attention to these 5 simple mindset shifts you need to change your life and business this year. What's up, my posse peeps? It's Alex, and this week I'm coming at you with a video made especially for, well, everyone who lived through the chaos that was 2020. Give me a thumbs up below to let me know you're here, and if you're new to the crew, welcome. I put out a new video every single week, so if you want to learn more about the hottest copywriting, marketing, and branding techniques that are working today, including, spoiler alert, the 6 online trends you must watch out for this coming year, then go ahead and hit subscribe below, and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when my next tutorial goes live. All right, now let's dive straight into the tough love we all need right now. Anyone who votes to hit the reset button and try this whole new decade, new you thing over again, say aye. Now let's welcome 2021 with open arms and give 2020 the send-off it truly deserves. Here they are, 5 simple mindset shifts to dominate 2021 like the boss that you are. And yes, I saved the best for last. Mindset shift number 1. Starting over is exciting. Okay, I know that a lot of businesses closed their doors forever in 2021. People were laid off from their jobs, schools were closed, and plans were canceled. And I am not in any way minimizing the pain, discomfort, and overall suckiness of every single one of those things. You can and absolutely should mourn the loss of these things in your life. And actually, that's a very important step in the whole process of starting over. But hear me out. If you want to change your life, and I mean really change it, you have to change the attitude you have about endings. Instead of walking around in a black cloud of self-pity, resentment, and negative Nanciness, yes, that is the technical term, try to keep an open mind about all the new possibilities that this ending could bring for you. And let's be honest here, starting over can be super exciting. So your business was shut down, or maybe you lost your job due to COVID-19 and the resulting economic crash. Well, maybe, just maybe, you're being guided towards a more fulfilling career or a more satisfying and financially stable way of life, even if you can't see it just yet. The trick though is, and trust me, I am not blind to this, is that making this mindset shift is definitely not easy, and a magical epiphany does not just happen overnight. Being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're smack dab in the middle of darkness is really tough. It takes strength of both will and spirit. But if you can just do this one little thing called believing in yourself, you'll notice that your opinions and outlooks start to change. That veil of doom and gloom gets lifted from your eyes, and you finally have that 2020 vision, see what I did there, that you need to be able to turn any ending into a new and even better beginning. So ask yourself, what could this ending be making way for in my life? Allow yourself to really go there and think of the new opportunities that may come as a result of this massive upheaval. Mindset shift number 2. Say it with me, boundaries. Boundaries. Yes, boundaries, people. And now I had to remind myself of this constantly over the past year. Ironically, for a year where everyone was locked inside their homes and socially distancing from each other, we really had a difficult time setting and keeping personal boundaries. With absolutely zero work-life separation, I found it extremely difficult to know when to close my computer and focus on myself. There were actual whole months that went by where I completely let my personal and empowering routines fall to the wayside because I was so consumed by work. Now, more than ever before, you need to set boundaries for how you'll balance your work and home life when work is now home and home is now work. But boundaries don't just stop there, guys. You need to set boundaries with the people in your life too. You know those people who, when they're around you, completely and utterly deplete all your happiness and energy? Yeah, we call those people energy vampires. They are real and they are everywhere. But just like real vampires, in order for the energy vampires to deplete your energy, you first have to give them permission. And this is what most people just don't want to hear. You're overworked, underpaid or underappreciated because you allow it. Ooh, let that sink in for a second. You say no work on the weekends, but then you reply to every single one of your bosses or clients' emails, which tells them, oh, hey, I am more than happy to put my life on hold and do whatever you ask at the drop of a hat. So what do? Of course, they continue to call you and email you on the weekends because you've now just trained them that that is okay. So stop freaking doing that, okay? Remember that we train people how to treat us. So if you keep bending over backwards for everyone and everything that asks something of you, then you'll go to bed every single night feeling depleted, which leads to burnout and stress and depression and ultimately an unsatisfied life. The best thing you can do right now as we're about to enter a new year is set boundaries in both your professional and personal life and then honor them fiercely. You cannot pour from an empty cup, so make sure that you're giving yourself the time you need to relax, unwind, and enjoy whatever it is that you enjoy doing. So treat yourself better by executive order of the Copy Posse. Got it? Mindset shift number 3. Celebrate progress over perfection. Us humans are funny little creatures. We are never really satisfied with what we have, even if it's the exact thing that we once only dreamed of. The thing is that humans by nature are very impatient. We like constant progress in life, and because of that, as soon as we accomplish one goal, we take approximately 2 seconds to celebrate that win. And then we immediately move on to the next goal on our list. And hey, there really isn't anything wrong with that. In fact, the most successful people in the world will tell you that they're always learning and growing and working towards those new goals. However, the trouble comes when we completely lose sight of how far we've come. If we're constantly comparing ourselves to what other people have or are, we'll never feel truly satisfied in our own life, no matter how many big goals we smash or how much money we make. Which is why in a society that is more productive than ever before, we also have a depression rate that is higher than ever before. So yes, keep setting those new goals. Goals keep you from getting stagnant, bored, or too comfortable in your own life. Goals keep you motivated and give you purpose. Goals are amazing. But stop believing in the false narrative that your happiness or success is directly correlated to your goals or your achievement of them. This type of addictive behavior will keep you always chasing the next goal, the next high, the next zero to add to your income. And if you're always hyper-focused on the next big thing, then are you really enjoying the success that you just busted your little booty to accomplish? No, I don't think so. In today's culture of the daily grind, we hold ourselves to such high standards and compare ourselves to those perfectly edited lives that we see on social media. So much that we forget it's actually our journey to each and every one of our goals that really holds the best memories and the most value. Remember, life happens between the goals. So don't sprint and rush through the process. Your journey should be more like a brisk walk. You want to move slow enough to actually enjoy the scenery, smell the roses, and catch your breath. And always celebrate each and every win along the way. Mindset shift number 4. I make stuff happen, stuff doesn't happen to me. Okay, listen up. The victim mentality of believing that bad things always happen to you is just something I cannot get behind. I'm gonna keep this one short, you guys, and yes, I'm going to be blunt. Bad things don't just happen to you. You're not some poor, unfortunate soul that the universe created for the sole purpose to pick on and torture. Bad things happen all of the time. Good things also happen all of the time, and arguably much more often. But surprise, surprise, when you have a negative victim mentality, you'll always notice more of the bad and less of the good. Now listen, I am not saying that you have to play pretend and live in some la la land of fantasy where you act like everything is always fine when things are clearly not fine. But what I am saying is that you need to get over that Debbie Downer mindset, stop acting like the world is out to get you, and start believing that the world is actually a kind and magical place full of love and full of life. Start looking for the good, and I promise you'll keep finding more of it. Believe that you make stuff happen rather than let it happen to you. Until you can change this key mindset, none of the other shifts that I'm talking about on this list will do you any good, and that is straight fact. Mindset shift number 5. Anything is possible. All right, so after you've put into practice the first 4 shifts on my list, you're ready for the best one of them all. And this is one mindset shift that I really had to hold on to this past year, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. But it is the belief that anything is possible. What you focus on expands, and when you expand your belief in what's possible for you, a whole new world of possibility opens up. Yes, I am talking about the law of attraction. It is real, look it up. But having this expansive mindset means having big dreams and believing in them, even when the rest of the world world looks at you like you're a little bit crazy. When you believe in yourself and believe in your dreams, the universe conspires in a sneaky, magic-like way to make it happen. But I'm not even for 1 second gonna pretend that that is all it takes. Of course, all the hard work you're doing behind the scenes has a little something to do with it too. In fact, all of these mindset shifts need to be executed in parallel to working that fine little booty off, honey. But listen, hustle is not enough. You don't hear very many success stories that involve bad attitudes, feet dragging, or playing the victim. You do, however, hear about the thousands and thousands of success stories from people, brands, and businesses that succeeded despite the obstacles ahead of them. And all because they believed they could and never gave up trying. So let's talk about the Copy Posse, for example. You guys, it is coming up on 2 years ago that I started this rad, bad community of like-minded entrepreneurs, marketers, and copywriters. And believe me when I say that when I first got started and growth was slow, I had my fair share of doubts and plenty of imposter syndrome. And guess what? I didn't really have a plan either. All I knew was that I had been in the business for about 10 years, I had things to share, and I had people to help, and I was hell-bent on shaking up the old boys club of marketing in the most valuable way I possibly could. It took me 6 whole damn months to reach 1,000 subscribers, you guys, but I didn't let that stop my passion or dull my flame. Now, don't get me wrong, there were definitely some days that I lost motivation, some days I doubted myself, and some days that I felt massive fear of putting myself out there. But on those days, I always reminded myself of why I started doing this in the first place. Listen, fear and doubt is so normal, but it's so important to push past that if you want to succeed at anything new or challenging in life. I always had faith in my message, you guys, my community, and my vision, and I really trusted that the right people would find me. And look at that, you did. I am just so very thankful for each and every one of you. It has been a crazy, wild year that we've had together. And because of you and this rad community, I will always remember 2020, not only for its wicked chaos, but also for the growth, the change, the pivots, and the mad opportunities that came with it. Sure, you could argue that I was one of the lucky ones, or maybe I just had the right mindset. I'll let you decide. So what do you say? Are you ready to dominate 2021 with me? I'll see you on the other side. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here. And you can click right here to get a free gift. Yes, probably the biggest freelancing catch-22 of them all. How do you build a portfolio if you don't have clients? And how do you get clients if you don't have a portfolio? Trust me, there is a way, 5 in fact, so keep watching to learn my 5 tips for building a portfolio with 0 experience.